Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Kazim. This is so funny because you're teaching me about wrestling. I'm teaching you about Mariah the Scientist behind the scenes.
This is why this works so well. We just put each other on.
And welcome home to Karen Huger from Real Housewives of Potomac. She just was released from the Montgomery County Detention Center in Maryland. So she was sentenced to 2 years.
California dreaming.
It wasn't that serious, but that was that whole DUI.
Oh.
Also, I know you don't watch Love Island, but Taylor Williams, I was at Black Rodeo in Scottsdale, and he actually was there, and he actually got thrown from his horse because it tripped over another horse, and then he fell, and then the horse got on him, and he was motionless, so he ended up having to go to the hospital.
Oh, my God.
But he was there the next night while I was there with his arm in a sling. So shout out to Taylor.
Cowboys real tough, man. You got to be able to fall from horses and cows and rodeo and all that type of stuff, so shout out to him.
Now, let's talk about what's going on with Dame Dash and Cameron. Now, Dame Dash, on his own platform, has responded to some of the things that Cameron had to say about him on Cameron's show on Revolt. And here is originally what Cameron had to say about his conversation with Memphis Bleak also, where he is basically telling about some private conversations with Damon Dash.
I remember coming in the studio. It was you, Beans, and Jay. Jay found out about this president when he was on vacation. Yep. So when he came back, I guess he was mad, but I didn't know about it at the time. And so Beans was like, yo, don't ever disrespect me on TV again. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, you told I don't know the business, this, that. I said, look, homie. I just was repeating what Dame told me.
Wow.
Oof. Yeah.
And so Damon Dash on his New America Network, he posted a response to this today. It looks like he's in the dentist's office. He also has on an eye patch. He explains whatever medical things are going on.
Okay.
He's getting new teeth.
Okay, yeah, he sounds like it.
But here's what he had to say regarding Cameron, because they were so close at one point, and he feels definitely betrayed by him. But he also feels like you shouldn't be telling these private conversations going to the radio, and it caused a lot more problems than maybe even Cameron ever knew at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm from, it's not thorough to have a really private conversation and go to the radio and tell everybody before everyone else knows. Now, I just thought you were young, and I didn't even let you know, but I think you know how many problems that mistake you made caused. But you never said nothing to correct it, and now you're sitting with people that you used to disrespect daily, laughing about the fact that you misspoke.
And this is all about, you remember when this happened,
of
about
course.
Cameron was going to be president, and Rockefeller, Jay-Z was on vacation, he came back, found out about it, but it was, I think, just supposed to be president of Dipset or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I love hearing these stories as like a hip hop fan, just like the lore of Rockefeller and the rise and fall, the breakup, and I love hearing it from the people who actually lived it. But in the same way I felt the way about Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis is probably the same way I probably feel about the Cam and Dame Dash thing, because they were as thick as thieves at one point, man.
Yeah,
and
all that history.
Yeah, absolutely. Tons of history, tons of great music together. So if somebody feels the type of way about it, I could understand that. But at the same time, it's like, man, Cam's in the content game now, man. Like, he's doing great with his podcast and his shows, and he's got a story to tell. You got to tell it.
All right, and now let's get into everything that's been going on with Young Thug. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here.
Where do we start?
But I will say, all these phone conversations that are leaked, I mean, he's talking about Lil Baby, he's talking about Gunna and paying for bots to make sure that his album went #1. There's all these things on these phone conversations. One thing that I saw come out today was Young Thug upset that Kendrick Lamar would not get on a track with him, and here's what that sounded like.
You really sit in the studio and work on the album and don't put nobody on the album. Like, God damn, bro, you ain't gonna with nobody? Bull-ass King? Like, you supposed to be with me, Wham, Dirt, Savvy, you supposed to be with us. You supposed to be calling us like, hey, man, I want y'all young niggas on my album. Hopefully he do the song, though. If you don't, I ain't really giving no damn.
Wow. And then he also said, that's why y'all not Drake. He went on to say, that's why Drake's the bigger artist, and so on and so forth. I will say Mariah the Scientist was performing, and they were holding up signs in the audience calling Young Thug a snitch at the concert, which led to me playing you some amazing Mariah the Scientist
You're putting
music.
me on, definitely.
All right, well, that is your YT. When we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any question you have, we're here to help. All right, here's some Leon Thomas with Mutt. It's Way Up.